and welcome back to the Shaken Up Show Playing Away Season 2. It's been a while. We haven't had an episode of the Shaken Up Show for nearly a month. We would have had one last week, but everyone in Liverpool was busy. Everyone in Liverpool. And no one from Lower Brett could come on. The best Scousers play for us anyway, Lewis. But anyway, it's been ages since we've done a show, so there's quite a bit to catch up on, like the win against the Isle of Man, 4-0. What a game. If you've not watched the highlights, please go and check them out. They'll be linked somewhere. You can click on them. Down here, on this side here, there will be a subscribe button. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, I implore you, please press the subscribe button. It's free. It doesn't cost you a penny. All you have to do is log in with your Gmail account and it lets you subscribe for free. It helps us grow the channel. It gets us broadcast further. And yeah, you'll get more delightful content from me. Other things that I need to say, tickets are still on sale for Saturday's game. They're £10. You can pay on the gate too. But without further ado, I'm going to welcome Dave Evans to the show. From Lancaster City. Dave, how are you doing?
Yeah, great. Thanks for having me.
You're most welcome. So I'll get cracking straight in. Can you introduce yourself and tell us how you got involved with non-league football and Lancaster City?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I've been involved with the club about 5 or 6 years now. So I first got involved as a sponsor. Before I knew it, I was on the board. Not quite sure how it happened, but things happen quickly. So yeah, been on and off for about 5 or 6 years now. Currently, I'm heading up the newly launched community side. So just created a community division called Dollies in the Community.
Excellent, fantastic. So, and for those that don't know, it's a bit of a silly question, but about Lancaster City, whereabouts are they based in Lancaster?
Yeah, so we've got ground right in the centre of the city. So we sit right behind the castle and the priory.
Oh,
Yeah,
excellent.
really picturesque ground.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to seeing it on Saturday. And the stadium's got quite an interesting name.
Yeah, it's got to be the best name of a stadium in English football, hasn't it? Yeah, the Giant Axe.
The Giant Axe Stadium. I think that's fantastic. How did that come about? Or is that just what it's always been called?
I believe, like going back 100 or so years, the area itself was a sort of sports field. I think the shape of it was like an axe.
Excellent. That's pretty cool. And that actually leads me quite nicely onto the next question I've got. Talking about the club, obviously they've been in existence for quite a long time. What interesting facts are there about the club? Or are there any historic players of note that our fans might have heard of, or that would find interesting?
Yeah, good question. Yeah, going way back. So probably our best known player going back was Stan Mortensen.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not one I've heard of.
No, I think it's gone back to, I think he played was like the early 60s, but yeah, he was ex-Blackpool and England striker. I think he actually scored a hat-trick in what they call a Stanley Matthews final.
Fantastic. Excellent.
Blackpool. But yeah, more recently, there's a couple of guys who've gone to be managers. So John Coleman at Accrington, he played for us for a bit, and Mickey Mellon, Tranmere.
Oh, excellent. So you're both managers that Bury fans will be very, very familiar with from our previous endeavours in the EFL. I won't talk too much about that. I'll get myself in trouble. So I'll move on and to more modern times. You are probably one of the highest placed clubs that we've played so far in our history. Step 3, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Step 3 club. So you're in Radcliffe's league or Radcliffe's level, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
Premier League. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. So how's it going this season so far for you guys?
Yeah, we've had a tough start. I think we're sat in 18th. So yeah, we've had some tough fixes, and I really don't think we just not had a rub of the green. I think we've been totally honest. We've had every game's been close. we haven't conceded many. I think in the 9 games we've played this season, we've conceded 4. We've only scored 4 as well. So everything's been tight. But yeah, we've had a real bad run with injuries. I think we've got 9 of our 21 man squad injured. So yeah, it's been a tough start. But I mean, we've been competitive, playing some good stuff, and I guess just waiting for maybe Lady Luck to shine in us a little bit.
I know. Well, we hope for a good test on Saturday, because like I said, with you being the highest placed club we've probably played in competitive football, it's going to be an exciting one. Who would you say is the player to watch from your side for our fans? Is there an exciting sort of player that you think would stand out from the rest, or is it quite a team-based squad?
Joe, the injuries, I'm not entirely sure who's even going to play on Saturday, but I think one player definitely to keep an eye out. It's a name some of you might be familiar with, David Norris, ex-Plymouth, Ipswich, Portsmouth legend. 41 years of age, but he is still going strong, running around that pitch like an 18-year-old. So yeah, he's still definitely got it.
Say 41?
I think he's 41, yeah.
Jimmy Moore, if you're watching, are you listening to this? Talk about hanging them boots up. 41. 7 more years, mate. So yeah, David Norris. I do recognise that name. Did he play for Ipswich sort of in the Championship, sort of Premier League era?
Yeah, I think it would have been around that time. Yeah.
That was probably about the time I started playing like Championship Manager and Football Manager. Ipswich was always one of the teams I would go for. Partly because David Johnson went there from us. So it's just like one of them. Excellent. So on to Saturday. What can the Bury fans expect from a Saturday afternoon at the Giant Axe? I love saying that. That's great.
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, a warm welcome. Yeah, I mean, we're a small club, but we've got a really great set of people down there, really friendly. In terms of the match day itself, we'll be open sort of 1:45. 2 bars or two beer outlets, food. There's a getting there. There's a car park on site, but reasonably small car park. Hoping you guys are going to bring a good crowd to maybe get there early. There's also a train station about a 2-minute walk away. So,
much to our fans' relief, the train strike was cancelled this weekend, and they've cancelled the roadworks as well, haven't they, for the weekend on the motorway? So travel's going to be a lot easier. I think we've got a coach going up, but then there's several I've heard that are saying they're going to come up on the train. How much, and this is the question that I've put to people that sometimes they can't pull off the top of the head, but I bet you'll know, how much for the travelling Bury fans would a pie and a pint cost them at the Giant Axe?
A pint is £3, so it's a good value pint. Pie, I don't, probably £3 maybe.
It's very reasonable. So it's one of my most favourite things about non-league football is the price of a pint. It's fantastic. At Gig Lane, we used to pay £6 for a bottle of Carlsberg. Yeah, so it's been a highlight. Brilliant. Now, some of our fans, they do like to go up and soak in a bit of local atmosphere early before the games. For those travelling before the gates open, where's good locally for them to grab maybe a drink or a snack before the game? Any decent boozers or watering holes you would suggest?
Yeah, I mean, most of the pubs away from the grounds are in the city centre, which is probably about a 10-minute walk away. I think Lancaster's got the most pubs with any city in a square mile. So there is absolutely loads of places to choose from. Most of them really good. Pick one off the top of my head. But yeah, there's no shortage of places to go, put it that way.
Plenty to choose from. Fantastic. And yeah, I've got just one final question really, and it's where we start getting a bit philosophical and a bit soppy. But what is the one thing that you'd say to someone who hasn't been to watch the local non-league side to try and convince them to come down and give it a chance?
one thing. Pleasant, saying one thing. But just give it a try. I mean, non-league is absolutely awesome. It's great community, friendly. Get close to the action. Have a beer while you watch the game. Cheap beer. It's just great value for money. Yeah, for us, it's 10 quid to get in. Kids are free. It's a cheap day out. But yeah, give it a try. It's
fantastic. We've met so many lovely people on our travels around the north in this journey that, you know, there's never any trouble. You know, it's not like when you go to Oldham on a Tuesday night and it's pissing down and everyone just wants to fight you. It's, you know, it's nice, friendly, everyone's welcoming. And, you know, yeah, they might give each other a bit of shit in the 90 minutes, but it's all in good fun, isn't it? You know, you all have a pint and a cuddle after the game in the clubhouse. But Dave, I won't take any more of your time. Thank you very much for coming on, and I will see you on Saturday.
Brilliant. Look forward to seeing you then.
Thank you very much to Dave for coming on the show and telling us what to expect in our FA Cup match this Saturday at Lancaster City FC at the Giant Axe Stadium. It promises to be a great afternoon of football, and we implore as many of you as you can to travel, which is going to be a lot easier considering the roadworks have been cancelled, the train strikes have been cancelled, and there is a coach. You can get a ticket. It's leaving at 10:45. You can get a ticket at buryafc.uk/tickets. Get on the web shop. We've got loads of merch for sale. That's shop.buryafc.uk. I'm going to stop waffling now. My name's Johnny, and look out for more media next week. Cheers.